right, hey y'all, it's Lizzie here. Today is December the 28th, 2019. Yeah, it's been a minute. Been a minute since I've made one of these videos. Yeah. So let's do a recap. Okay, y'all know that I have tried dieting so many times, and so many times I have failed. I know, I hate saying that, but it really is true. Just this year, I think I've attempted 3 times, at least. And, you know, it's my fault. I mean, nobody else's. And I will say this, my family does not help. They sabotage quite a bit. They do. They bring naughty foods into the house. Cakes, pies, ice cream, any kind of junk food you can think of. Yeah, they're gonna bring it in here. Yeah, okay. So, anyway, all right. So, as I said, today's the 28th of December, and we've just passed Christmas. We had a wonderful Christmas, and also just passed my birthday, which was on the 22nd. Yeah, I turned the big 50. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, yeah. Everybody, you know, is like, oh, the big 50, the big 50. You know, I don't have a problem with it. You know what? You know, you're as old as you feel. You know, I don't feel that old. Anyhow, this year I did have knee replacement surgery. I'm still recuperating from that, and it's kind of hard, you know, but I can now bend my own knee, so that's a good thing. And I'm walking around without the walker, so that's also good. Okay, anyway, okay, back to the weight loss thing. Okay, yeah, so I've been on quite a few diets, and just in the last 5 years, I can't count the numerous times. Let me see if I can recap all the ones that I've did. Michael Thurman. Let me see. I did the vinegar and lemon juice, I think it was. I did just a low calorie, low fat, low carb. In other words, bland. Yeah, diet. Let me see, what else have I done? I did a couple of them, like, numerous times. Let me see, what else did I do? I recently did Keto, however you want to say it, you know. That one, and I did lose weight on it, but I had went to my doctor, and when I went, it was like my cholesterol levels was up, and that's like all those fatty foods that you can eat on that diet, and I'm like, it can't be good for you. There's no way that keto diet can be good for you. Okay, if you're in, I would say if you're in your 20s, maybe your early 30s, you could probably get by with it, okay? And I, myself, am very healthy, okay? When I say that, I've never had cholesterol issues. I don't have high blood pressure. You know, anything like that. I don't have diabetes, nothing like that, okay? But when I went on that diet, my cholesterol, it wasn't funny. Anyhow, so I went off of that diet, and I will say this though, you know, on that diet, I lost, you know, a little bit of weight, and the food was good because, you know, I could eat fatty foods. But I just don't think it's very healthy. My personal opinion, you know, anyway. Anyhow, okay, so my birthday being, I turned 50 this year, and something that's been on my mind quite a bit. Over all the diets that I have done just in this past year, I'm back on the weight loss surgery again. Yeah. And I do believe this time I'm gonna do it. Yeah, okay. As I said, I had the surgery, the knee replacement surgery. When was that? I had it just before Thanksgiving, the 12th of November. And I've done fairly well with it. But now it's really getting cold outside, and I'm really starting to feel it. And like, for instance, if I sit in bed for, say, a couple of hours, and if I'm just sitting there with hubby watching TV or whatever, and I get up, oh, my muscles and everything is just so stiff, and it's like, you know, I'm having to rework my gears, you know, to get them working, and it's not pretty. And well, anyhow, so you know, I just think it's time. I do, and I need to get this weight off, because with this knee replacement surgery, I want this knee to last me, you know, for at least 20 years. And they said if I drop some of the weight, that, you know, it very well could last me the rest of my life, if, you know, but at this weight, there's no way. Wait, hold on. I got an inner ear infection. I've been having it for quite a while now, and it drives me nuts. Anyhow, so yeah, I've got to get the weight on, and I've got to do something, and I think the weight loss surgery is my last resort. Yep. I really, and y'all know, you know, those of you who have followed me, you know, over all of these diets that I have tried, y'all know that I just, you know, I'll lose a little bit, and then I just go off, because it's, well, the keto, that was a different story, but all the rest of them, it's, you know, it's just not working, you know. I can't stick to it, you know. I lose a little bit of weight, I go off. Sometimes I gain the weight, sometimes I maintain it for a little bit, and then I wind up getting it back. And I don't know if it's my age. I don't know what it is. I really don't. And so I got on YouTube, and if you know me, you know I love YouTube. I do. I can YouTube all day and all night long. I really can. And talking about that, my daughter bought me a speaker for my phone. I had this old one. Where's it at? See this right here? And this thing, and I've had it for quite a number of years. I had actually borrowed it from my oldest daughter, and she just never came and got it back. And one day, right before Christmas, I had mentioned it to her, and I said, well, Tiffany, I said, you know, I've got your speaker in there anytime you want it back, you know. And she's like, oh, Mama, you can just keep it. And so we was talking about, you know, Christmas gifts, and I said, well, I said, I really need a new speaker. I said, because this one has about had it. And I'm like, well, where did you get that anyway? And she said, well, I went to a Christmas party, and it was a free gift that I got that, you know, and at the Christmas party, I think they can't pay any more than $5 or $10 for something. So they either paid $5 or they paid $10 for it. But it's lasted me all this time, so I'm not complaining. But anyway, so she got me a new speaker, and I was thrilled to death over that. Well, anyhow, so I got on YouTube, and I found this lady, and her YouTube channel is Mini Me in Tennessee, and very informative. And she actually posted from before she even had the surgery, when she decided to have it, her reasonings and what have you, and then all through the process, and then now, and I don't even think she's as heavy as what I am now. You know, when she started, I think she was like 230 something. I don't know, I can't remember. And then before her surgery, she was like 213, 217, something like that. I can't remember. But you know, it's very informative. And so I just got to watching, because y'all know I have been a big advocate against weight loss surgery, and I really have. But I just can't do this anymore, y'all. I can't, you know, I'm getting to where I just can't get around anymore. And it's bad. And with the knee surgery, and I've had to use those mobile carts like at Walmart and Food City and all, and I hate them things. I hate those things with a passion you just don't know. I like walking on my own two legs. I like pushing the buggy. I don't like having to just kind of lean on it, you know what I mean? And the last couple of weeks I haven't used it. But if I don't do something with this weight, I know pretty soon I'm going to be using them on, you know, every time I go. And I don't want to do that. I mean, good grief, I'm only 50 years old. I mean, Lordy, I still got, you know, a lot of life left, and I don't want to, you know, rely on, you know, be labeled, oh, look at the big woman on the cart. Yeah. No, I don't want to be that. I just, no. But that's not my reasoning. And my reasoning is I just think that those carts are for, you know, disabled people. And I know, you know, obesity is basically it's a disease, and it can be a disability. But for me right now, it's just, I don't want it to be my disability, you know? And I want to use my legs as long as I can. So, you know, because you know that old saying, if you don't use them, you lose them, and I'm afraid of that. So, anyway, so yeah, so I called my insurance to see if I qualified. I'm telling you right now, United Healthcare is about the stupidest people. Oh my dear Jesus, they really are. Or at least the lady that I spoke to. And first off, she didn't know what bariatric surgery was, okay? Because I had told her bariatric surgery. And she had to look it up. And then she said, well, it's covered as long as it's a disease. And I'm like, well, obesity is a disease. Or in my opinion, it is. It's, you know, and I know some people doesn't see it that way, but walk in my shoes for, you know, a week, and then you'll change your mind probably. And, well, anyhow, so she's like, well, it's covered if it's a disease. And I'm like, well, you know, I believe it is. It's a disease. And well, to make a long story short, at the end of the phone call, she was convinced that it wasn't covered. So I said, okay. So I got on my computer, and I Googled a surgeon nearby, and I found Tenova Bariatrics. which is in Tenova Hospital in Turkey Creek. And I called them, and they said I was covered. They said, you know, with my insurance, and I'm covered. And she even got tickled because I told her what happened, and she's like, I can just see her through the phone shaking her head. It was it was amusing. Anyway, so I've got to get a referral from my my primary doctor, primary care doctor, and which I tried to call yesterday, but they're only open a half a day on Fridays, so I just don't think that they just opened at all yesterday, because, you know, it was just a few days after Christmas and they was closed. I think that they was closed Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, the day after Christmas. And then, so they may have just been closed that entire week, I don't know. But when I called, it was like 10:30, 11 o'clock, and they didn't close until 12. But the recording, it just sent me over to leave a message. So I'll call back Monday and find out. And so anyway, yeah. So y'all can give me your opinions, your thoughts, whatever. But I think I'm doing it this time, and I'm not changing my mind. And I know I've said this before, twice before, that, well, no. I think the one time I said that I was debating on doing it, and that I really didn't want to do surgery, that I wanted to do it on my own, and at that time I really did. I think that's the time that I lost, it was like 50 pounds on my own. And then things came up, yep, and I went off the bandwagon, yep. And then another time that, the last time that I was going, that I had mentioned it, I had said that, well, if my diet that I was on didn't work, that I was going to do the weight loss surgery. And I had every intention of doing it. And then I went ahead and started doing the supervised diets, just in case I decided to do the weight loss surgery. Well, and with my insurance, you have to do 6 months of supervised diet with your primary care doctor. Well, I did the 6 months, getting ready for the surgery, and I lost my insurance. Yeah, that was so much fun. Yeah. Anyway, so I didn't get my insurance back for almost, let me see, it was, what, over a year? I'm thinking, yeah, it's probably over a year, because I just recently got my insurance back in September, I think, August, September, something like that. Yeah, so I just got it back. So if it wasn't over a year, it was close to it. But anyway, this time I'm doing it. Yeah, and so I'm hoping y'all can just, say prayers for me, and, give me some encouragement and what have you. It's got to be done. But I haven't weighed in. Actually afraid of the scale right now. I'm afraid of the scale. I don't know what it's gonna say. I don't know if I've gained or if I've maintained. I may have maintained, I don't know, but I may have gained too, and I'm so afraid of it. And because here lately, anytime I go to the doctor, you have to step on the scale, and I get on the scale and I look away. I don't want to see the scale. No. No, I'm just afraid of it. I am. So, but anyhow, I'm gonna set my first appointment for my primary care up for, I don't know if they're open on the 1st of January, but if they're not, I'm gonna set it for either the day before or the day after, if they're open. And that way every month I can do it around the 1st or on the 1st. Because if I remember correctly, when I was doing it before, they give you, like if you go in on the 1st of the month, and then the following month, if the 1st falls, say it falls on a Sunday, they give you 3 days, which means you can either go in for your weigh-in either on the following day, which would be a Monday, or you can do it the Friday before. So it gives you 3 days that, you know, a 3-day leeway. So, you know, however you want to do it. But you have to, and that's the insurance thing. That's not your doctor. That's the insurance thing. The insurance, they're very particular on, you know, your weigh-ins have to be consistent. So, and they have to be within, I think it's a 33 day, 30, I can't remember. But anyway, you know, you do get a 3-day leeway on, you know, because if it falls on a weekend. So, anyhow, yeah. But as I was saying, so I'll start that. I'll call Monday and find out. And then, like I said, I've already called the doctor, and it's the Tenova, and it's Dr. Boyce and Dr. Beasley. Never heard of a lady doctor that does bariatric surgery. So that'll be interesting. I don't know which one I'll get. I'm okay with either one. Okay with either one as long as they're good doctors, good surgeons. And I've heard a lot about the Dr. Boyce, but I've never really heard anything about the Dr. Beasley. So, yeah. But I'll be making another video on the 1st or around the 1st to let y'all know my dreaded weigh-in. Yeah. I'll be doing that and letting y'all know what the when the and I might even do one Monday. Yeah, I may go ahead and do one Monday after I talk to the bariatrics facility and see what they say or whatever, because they're supposed to call me back with an appointment and all that and give me some more information, because I really don't have any information. So anyway, all right, so this is at 23 minutes. Let me go ahead and cut this. Anyway, so y'all have a good one, and God bless.